You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 198, posted July 2019. I think your elf is broken.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the podcast where I, your Dungeon Master Tony Sindelar, have already killed off everybody. Last time, rocks fell. So today is just gonna be like me really just getting into stuff, monologuing, working through some stuff, and thanks for tuning in. Oh, wait, what's that? It looks like they're not all dead. They're just crushed by rocks. Previously on Total Party Kill, the adventurers are exploring part of Undermountain. They're dealing with the gang of rogues led by Enda, the rogue. And unfortunately, they seem to also have scrambled into some territory in Undermountain controlled by some lizard folk, some lizard people who do not take kindly to intruders. And upon discovering unlicensed visitors, upon discovering a huge battle between the rogues and the lizardmen, unfortunately, the ceiling collapsed, and our adventurers were buried alive. But the key word there is alive. The other key word is buried. And the first to regain consciousness is Alestrin Quiverbottom, played for you by Steve Lutz.
Hello, it is me, Alestrin Quiverbottom. I'm awake now.
Yeah, if you could sound a little bit more like you've been crushed by rocks. Could you do that again? But crushed by rocks.
Hello, it is me, Alestrin Quiverbottom. I've been crushed by rocks.
So, Alestrin, you wake up. It's very dark where you are. It's also very small. You are very crushed by rocks.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you've lost a healing surge or a healing surge worth of hit points. Up to you. And things aren't great. You are currently buried alive.
That's not great. You're
No.
right. And I just healed up and used up a bunch of healing surges.
Yeah, well, I mean, could have been worse. You could be dead. You could be buried dead.
All right. Is anybody in the vicinity that I can see, or is it just rocks?
You are currently obscured by rocks, like all of you.
All right, I'm going to try and scramble out from underneath the rocks that are atop me.
All right, give me an athletics check to try and get out of some rocks.
Okay, why not? That is an 18. I'm sorry,
All right.
Sorry, that's just an 11. I was looking at acrobatics. A little hard to do acrobatics under rocks.
Under rocks, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know your methods, but no. So you're pushing and shoving, and it's hard, and it seems like probably this is just where you're going to die, because an 11 is not a great number.
Okay.
When a scaly reptilian hand kind of comes through the rocks and pulls you out, and you are now standing next to a huge pile of rubble and stone, staring face to face into the horrible face of a reptilian monster. And to play that horrible reptilian monster, please welcome to the podcast, Dan Morin.
Oh, typecasting.
God, I always get the same rolls. Looks like you could use a hand there.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate it.
I don't know. Friend seems pushing it a little bit. We're all under the same rocks here.
Just so you know, we weren't with those other guys. We don't know them.
Yeah, me neither. Awkward.
Just why don't you give me a perception check, Alestrin? You have taken a significant number of blows to the head. Also, you're played by Steve Lutz.
What?
But
how about a 28, Tony? What do you think about that?
that's pretty good. So at first you were not entirely sure who this creature was that had pulled you out of the rubble. And though they are reptilian in nature, covered with Dan, would you say these are kind of black scales?
Yep.
This is not a lizard folk. This is a dragonborn.
What?
Cool.
Dan,
Some of my best friends are dragonborns.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Well, I don't, what are you like, an elf or something?
Yeah, basically just like that.
Okay.
Hey, some of my other friends are probably around here somewhere. We should probably try to dig them up. I assume you're not the only one of your kind that needs to be dug up.
Of my kind. We're going there. We're doing that. We're doing this already.
Of your group.
I got a few friends probably here.
Look, I've been hit in the head several times.
I hear you, the rocks.
And also I'm played by Steve Lutz.
I got a few friends around here. Some of them I like better than others, but maybe we can find my friend Kel. I think they're around here somewhere.
Is Ken in here as well?
It's getting personal. You got how many of you are there?
Just one of me, but
good.
several
Thank God.
friends. There are
Thank
4 or
heavens for
5
that.
or 6. I forget.
I
It
don't know.
changes from day to day.
I'm gonna start with getting out from under these rocks, and then maybe I think about getting out from under this whole mountain because it's not great down here. Not
Is
what I
he
signed
still
up
under
for.
rocks as well? Are we both under rocks? Are we just chatting from beneath 2
I think
boulders?
we're like
You're adjacent to the boulders,
Yeah.
I would say, at this point.
that was the first step was getting out from under the rocks.
Yes.
Okay.
There are several groans coming from the rocks and rubble near you. But it looks like there's been some serious structural damage. You are not even like in the room that you were in. You were seems like probably as you look around, more in like a cave. Lestrin and Dan, has your character identified their name yet?
I guess that would be polite, wouldn't it? Yeah, my name's Arjun.
That's
Yeah.
not important right now.
Okay,
Let's dig these
fine.
guys out.
First you say they're kind, now it's I don't care what your name is. I can see you're a real winner with the personality.
Nearby people are dying.
All right, let's move some rocks. So maybe we can home in on some of those groans.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
You want to roll some stuff, people?
Sure, let's roll.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Where's the groan homing skill?
I would call that
Dungeoneering?
perception.
that's got to be dungeoneering. Come on.
It's never dungeoneering.
All right,
Okay, that is a 26.
that's way better than my 11.
All right, so Alestrin, you use your beady elven eyes and your beady elven ears to hone in on where some sources of survivors were going to be, and perhaps with your combined athletic scores, you can move some rubble and recover some people. Arjun, do you want to give us an athletics check?
Sure, let's do that. That is a 23.
Alestrin, do you want to help?
Sure. Does he need help? 23 sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 22.
So you're clearing some rubble, and you find you're able to pull out of the rubble Alestrin, your good friend, Flessa, played by Erica Ensign.
Hello.
Big rocks. Ow.
I'm Alestrin.
And also a figure that is not familiar to you, a drow. Though Arjun, I think you would recognize this figure as one of your colleagues. And that drow will be played by Annette Wierstra. Welcome to the podcast, Annette.
Thank you. As I groan, get out of these rocks. Someone remove these rocks off me.
Oh, good, you're still alive. I was worried there for a second. Not that worried, you understand, but
Arjun, I'm good to see you.
it's good to see you too, Cal.
Alestrin, who are these people?
I've already forgotten.
Yeah,
That one's well,
Well, at least you're okay.
Arjun, and that one is a drow.
It would be really hard to know if Alestrin had a concussion or not. It would just say,
I mark him as my quarry.
He's sick,
somewhere
he's
nearby,
sick.
there's another pile of rubble that seems to be groaning, and in fact, possibly the sound of kind of sizzling, perhaps like something slowly being eaten away by acid. Is
I think Acrid might be
audible.
over there.
That's a good guess. Hey, a little help over here?
All right, sure, yeah, we could.
I'll pick up some tiny stones and throw them.
I got a 21 athletics.
Oh, that's better than my 18.
You were able to clear some stone and recover your friend Acrid, the Dragonborn, who seems to be sleeping peacefully beneath some rubble. Please welcome
Morning.
to the podcast, Georgia Dow, to play Acrid.
Oh, I think that I got hit in the head. I have a very big bump. No, that's just normal. That's just normal. Okay, I'm good.
We all got hit by big rocks. It hurt really bad. I'm
I'm
bruised.
Alestrin.
And
Hello.
Alestrin keeps saying his name.
I think your elf is broken.
Well,
Oh, another Dragonborn.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I guess he wasn't lying when he said some of his best friends are Dragonborn.
Very
I've never met
strange.
this person.
Don't pay any attention to him. We're all really good friends. And we have other really good friends that were around here somewhere too, but I don't know where they went.
Yeah, we had some other, let's say, acquaintances in this area.
I mean, there were many people in that room when the ceiling came down.
Were you guys some of the rogues that came with Enda? Flessa doesn't beat around the bush.
Possibly.
It's such an ugly word, rogues.
What? I'm
Very
a
smooth.
rogue.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yes, we were.
I wear it proudly.
We're part of Enda's group, but I feel like, I don't know about you, Kel, but I feel like we got more than we bargained for with this job.
If you three are going to start rhyming, I'd please somebody put me under a boulder.
Do you guys hate that as much as I do?
Well, I don't know. When it comes to rhyming, I think it's all in the timing.
Ugh. This is why I hang out with you guys and not the rogues all the time. I say to Georgia.
It is wrong for a dragonborn to rhyme.
I suppose we
Some of
should
the
look
time.
around for the rest of our party. At least make an effort.
Mm-hmm.
I go over and sniff near Ara.
That would be Annette's character.
Yes, Kel.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think it just gave. It,
Oh,
Well-
Kel nods, but Kel to my friends.
yeah, I think
Sorry,
Roll
I think
20
I put
just
in the wrong thing
auto generates
somewhere.
character names too.
Oh, is that where that came from?
Yep, that's it. Because I kept having to change mine when you put it in. It really wanted to be something else. I'm like, no, that's not what I picked.
All right. I have changed it from Ara to Kel.
Thank you.
I'm trying to
so
be
Kel
discreet.
is a drow. I don't know if any of you have encountered a drow before.
I'm not fond of them.
Wow.
They're weird
Got
spider
my
guys,
eye.
Do not-
very
We
off-putting.
do
know.
not speak of this out loud.
I didn't.
I
was telling the
I
dungeon
continue
master.
sniffing what I think is discreetly.
Roll for
like all kinds-
discretion.
I move slightly away.
I like all kinds of people. You're a different kind of people, but I'm sure we're going to get along just great.
They worship a spider god.
I like spiders. No, wait, I don't like spiders.
No, you don't like spiders.
I don't like
We
spiders.
don't
you're
like
right.
spiders.
This one's a little too
forgot about that.
chipper, I think.
I nod gently on her ponytail hair. Just a little taste. It's a good year.
Yeah,
Good year.
what kind of shampoo do you use, Kel?
I
right.
use all naturals.
Oh, good.
I was
Just want almond
who's
oil.
got the best spider shampoo pun that they got ready to go?
Well, this is a fascinating discussion, but I like to
Head
kind of
and
look around
shoulders
and
and
get the lay
shoulders
of
and
the
shoulders
room,
and
if possible.
shoulders.
Okay.
We are missing some of our people.
Yeah, Alestrin, as you look around, it seems like, and I've loaded a new map for all of you that hopefully you can see. You may need to scroll around.
This is the best one yet. Good job, Tony.
I did not make this one, so thank you.
Never mind.
I purchased some tiles. So you are kind of on the southern side of this chamber, which seems like kind of a cave / just a thing, like a hole underneath the dungeon room that you were in before. And there's a huge amount of rubble on the southern wall here. I mean, it's not even really a wall so much as a pile that you all kind of dug yourselves out of. It does not seem like there's anyone else from any of the various groups in Undermountain who was present when the ceiling came down that are here, but perhaps they are kind of beyond all this stone and rock and masonry that has collapsed to your south. But probably, it would take the most basic of dungeoneering checks to know that you might need to work your way around
Even Flessa
another way
can figure it
as
out.
opposed to excavating.
Like if it's that symbol.
Well, let's see if we get that basic dungeoneering roll.
Let's find
Or
out.
if we continue to try to go through the wall of rock.
Yep. Somebody give me a
Be
dungeoneering
a
check.
really dry game.
Give me a DC 10 dungeoneering check to find out if we spend the next several hours
Even
rolling to remove stones.
I got a
Flessa
7.
got a 17.
Oh gosh.
If Flessa can figure it out, I think we'll be
I
fine.
rolled a 1, but that's worth an 11, so
Okay.
I'm worried about the rest of our friends. I think we should try to find them.
they'll be fine.
Hey, they started new
Okay.
lives without you.
I call out if anyone hears me. I'm like,
no one replies.
Batmut loves me most.
Botmuts.
There are many different ways to pronounce Bahamut. There's Bahamut. There's Batmut.
I just
put
call
so
him.
much-
I just call him Bath Mat.
No, that is not okay.
Yeah, Ixnay on the
It's not my god.
He's not mine either, but
Unfortunate.
apparently he's shiny, so I'm thinking about it.
Mm.
Shiny,
I
shiny,
guess.
good.
So what other
shiny,
exits are
dear.
there from this room?
I guess he's not there.
It looks like there is a passageway off of the cave to the kind of the what would that be?
Northeast?
Northeast corner of this chamber.
And
So
can-
you could spend hours excavating to the south,
No.
or
That sounds like a
Boring.
great plan.
walk. You
Can
could
we
walk
see
to
up
the
into the
northeast.
chamber we were in?
I go look.
Nope. It looks like kind of everything is collapsed, so there is not a sign of a chamber above you. But
I
you know
was
that,
carrying
you know there's
a
a chamber somewhere above you. You feel it
I-
in your heart.
I was carrying a torch. Do I still have it? And is
For
it
whom?
possible to relight it?
Yes, you relight your torch, Flessa.
We've only just met. I don't think I'm going to tell you that.
I'm not fond of this one either.
Feelings mutual, buddy.
Just joshing you. You're okay.
All right. Yeah. No, I don't like you.
What can I see up here?
So you head over to the passageway to the northeast, Flessa, and you light your torch and you peer around, and it looks like there is kind of a chamber beyond. It looks like this cave in has actually kind of linked up this hole that you're in with another chamber of Undermountain. And I'll just tell you what you see in the next room. You can see kind of a nice.
Oh my god. It's the
Medium-sized
biggest
room.
mimic I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
There's some rubble because it looks like there's been some structural damage here as well. And there is just a very, very large chest, like
Hubba
bigger
hubba.
than Acrid, in the middle of the room. There's
I'm like
just a huge
leaning
chest.
forward.
There's also the only obvious
No.
the only obvious exit from the room is there's kind of a metal grate, or sorry, not grate, gate. There's a metal gate blocking a passageway south
Great.
off of this room. This
Eh,
chest room.
it's all right.
I hold on very carefully to Flessa's shirt just in case she starts to run towards it. I can just lift her up in the air,
Yeah.
and her little legs will just keep
I'm
on
basically pulling at
Neither
the
of her
leash.
bosses are here, so that's trouble.
Yeah.
I don't see what the big problem is. I mean, it's just a big chest. Why not open it?
I think we should go open it. It might have shiny things inside.
Yeah, like teeth. Let's
Ooh.
be careful.
Who keeps teeth in a treasure chest?
Yeah, that
Mimics.
doesn't make any sense.
I
don't
hear
know
if
who
you
those
ask
people
if
are.
it's a mimic, it has to tell you.
Where did you hear that? That's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's an old story.
That sounds pretty silly to me.
Yeah. I shoot an arrow at the chest.
Okay, you roll to attack the chest. You have combat advantage against inanimate objects.
Inanimate for now.
Mm.
That's not great.
Did you
I do
miss
have-
a chest? Did you,
A
first of all,
huge, giant.
broad
did you
chest.
remember to mark the chest as your quarry?
I've forgotten
I've
how
been
to
gone
shoot.
for a while, but I didn't forget that.
That's 14.
You managed to miss the chest.
Wait, what is advantage in this one? I've forgotten.
+2.
Oh, so it's 16.
You miss the chest.
What?
Wow, that
Yeah.
is a very.
You know, it's
Agile.
it's dark.
Are we attacking it? I mean,
I mean,
Flessa.
you have attacked it now. Yes.
All right, Flessa. I tend to follow suit. So as long as Acrid's not holding on to like my dagger throwing arm, I will also throw my dagger at it because I do what Alestrin says.
All right.
This is
Why don't you roll to attack
too
the
much
chest
power.
that's just sitting in the room, minding its own business.
With my basic, I guess, sly flourish, but I crit. I rolled a 20.
Okay. That will hit.
Who are you people just attacking random chests? This is weird.
This is just ridiculous.
Just walk in.
Lestrin did it first, so I figured I should. When somebody attacks, then I attack next. That's just how it works. Do you need me to roll damage, Tony?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's see.
Did you
Where's
roll a
my-
critical, you said?
I did. I rolled a 20.
Oh, wow.
Natural
So
20.
things happen
You
when you
don't
roll
need to
a critical.
roll.
Yes, they do. So, let's see. With my gambler's dagger, I can shift one square, except I'm being held onto, so
Being
I cannot. Yep.
Your feet.
You
need to
can
be in
rotate
contact.
around Acrid one square.
Yes.
And is it is it just max damage then?
Also, your max sneak attack, and I forget if I give you a dagger that does something fancy on a
No, the dagger. Oh, yep, it is. It's 1d6. So max damage for a normal sly flourish is 12, And my sneak attack is that 2d8? God, it's been a while.
Sounds right.
It's 2d8 if you
Yeah,
took
I
the
think it is.
backstabber feat. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that was 12 plus 16 more plus. Oh, just a 1.
So that's 17 damage.
I think that's 29 damage.
Plus the
Twen-
12.
Plus the 12 is how much damage?
I think it's 29.
That's- Sure. I
All
like
right.
this new guy. 29.
29 damage.
That looks like about 29
so-
damage you did there.
Alestrin's arrow bounces harmlessly off of the stones. Your dagger flies through and like cuts like a chunk off of the chest, which seems kind of silly, but for about a beat until the chest kind of opens and basically just kind of burps, and a skeleton warrior climbs out of the chest and advances toward you.
You see?
I hate this dungeon so
I'm gonna ask you to roll initiative.
Okay.
I
+2
decline.
to everyone.
Wow, Lester, you're so smart.
Yeah, get by. Ooh, ah.
Oh yeah, and you get +2
+2.
because we're close to Acrid. Because
Does that count for us? Do we count as allies?
That you have to ask.
We'll
Georgia.
see.
I like you guys right now.
Okay, cool. I mean, use it while I can.
I lean into Acrid. I'm not fond of these two.
My hearing is really good.
I know. I don't think I've properly been playing my 8 charisma up to this point.
That's true.
Olestrins or Steve's?
Hilarious.
Oh.
Oh, speaking of Alestrin, you got the highest initiative.
Yeah,
so
I
you
did.
will get to go first.
I
You got
shoot
22.
Dan.
Dan is outside of the game. He's very hard to hit.
So the question is, keep beating up on the chest to keep it from burping up more warriors?
Is that how that works?
Maybe. I don't know. I used to play Gauntlet back in the day. That's how it used to
Oh,
work.
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
It's a monster generator, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any disadvantage for shooting arrows at skeletal things?
Yeah, usually.
Not in this
I don't
edition.
think so. I think that's an
No?
old-timey D&D.
Old time.
Tammy.
I mean, they're like 90% air,
Used
so
to play.
I wouldn't be shocked. All
That's more of a first edition rule.
right, how about this? I'm going to shoot 2 arrows. First of all, I'm going to make this skeleton my quarry.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to shoot 1 arrow at it and 1 at the chest
All right.
with a twin strike. So this is the skeletal warrior, and that is a stinking 12.
That I'm not even gonna look that up.
Yeah, don't bother.
I'm busy.
And this one's going for the chest. That one is a 21.
That will hit the chest. Also, I will just tell you. Yeah. So that will hit the chest. Sorry, you're not doing a melee attack. I was gonna tell you something extra if you were doing a melee attack. But yes. So you hit the chest.
All right. That will do 11 points of damage.
Okay. The chest looks unhappy.
Is it bloodied?
Is it bloody?
Because that would be really creepy.
The chest is bloodied.
Oh.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
then.
I mean,
Ew.
it's a chest, so
It's
maybe it's kind of
sawdusted?
wilty. I don't know.
Chipped. Splintery? Splintery?
The termites are pissed.
Splintered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yet I'm going to leave that at that for this turn.
Okay.
I know, right? It only took like a minute and a half.
Yeah. Are you sure that this is Steve? All
He
right.
did get hit with a bunch of rocks.
Yes. So the chest is going to go next. The chest is going to burp, and another skeleton is going to pop out.
Whoa.
The chest is then going to shift 1 square back,
What?
which is unsettling to watch.
Yep. I don't
Ew.
feel good about it, that's for sure.
Next are my skeletal warriors. So the chest has disgorged 2 skeletons. So these are undead warriors. They're kind of clad in kind of ratty, rusty armor, and they're carrying ancient-looking long swords. And they're just going to kind of saunter forward and they see I'm gonna say they see Acrid and Flessa here at the front.
Can
So
I?
they're gonna-
I can't lift Fless onto my shoulders yet.
Not yet, I don't think.
Okay.
So they're gonna come for you. So Flessa,
She's very small. It seems like that could be a free action.
Flessa, I got a 14 versus AC.
Oh no, that does not hit.
Acrid, I got a 27 versus AC.
Eep.
Ew.
Well, no offense. Probably it's better that they hit Acrid than tiny
Acrid,
little
you
Flessa.
take 10 damage as a skeleton. It really kind of skewers you good with his long sword, and you are marked by that skeleton. Kel, it is your turn. Annette, we know that we have thrown you into the deep end here with 4th edition. So when it's your turn, you can do a move, a standard, and a minor. Your move is moving around a certain number of squares based on your speed. A standard is usually one of your attacks, and a minor might be some kind of incidental thing. Some of your special powers might be minors, but probably not. So it's probably you might think about I don't know too much about your character.
I
don't know
have
if
a
you wanna be
dagger, so I think I'm gonna move in close
Okay.
and do a piercing strike.
Okay.
So I've got new dice, so hopefully these things. That would be 28.
Ooh.
Those are very good dice.
Dice.
So that you move in and you just find a space right between that skeleton's ribs, and you just like stab your dagger in there, and it's not good for its ribs. Tell me about damage for your piercing strike.
It's gonna be 9 points of damage.
Okay. So that skeleton warrior is a little sad. Acrid, it looks like you're up. So Kel, do you want to do anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Acrid, you're up next, followed by Flessa.
Okay, I'm going to and I don't know if I can do this, so I'll just ask. Can I turn my head so that I can blast and hit both skeletons and the mimic?
It's not actually a mimic. But I would
sorry,
say with
the
your
chest
with
thing?
your acid spray. What's the range on your acid spray? I think it's far
5.
enough back that 1, 2, 3,
Blast
4.
5.
I guess I'll say you can get it in a blast 5 with acid.
Okay.
Nice.
11 plus, sorry, I forgot what I have to hit to shoot my dragon breath plus
8.
8.
Plus 8. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 11, 19.
And what's that target? Reflex probably or AC?
Yeah, reflex.
Reflex.
So that will say you hit the first skeleton. You want to roll for the second skeleton?
Yeah, that's 5 plus 8. That is 13.
That's going to be a miss, and then you want to roll to hit the crate or box chest.
19.
Thing. All right, you hit one skeleton and you hit the chest. You drench them in acid. How much acid damage do they take?
They take 5 damage.
Okay. The chest looks sad.
It is a mimic.
And on my on my version of your character sheet, I have noted down that when you hit, you also have combat advantage until the start of your next turn.
Oh,
The ones that you hit.
And that I believe Dragon Breath is only a minor action, right, Acrid?
Yep.
So you still have a standard up.
Yes, and I'm gonna do Viper's Strike.
Okay.
So with this, it will trick my adversary into making a tactical error that gives a comrade a chance to attack. So if the target shifts before the start of the next turn, it provokes an opportunity attack from an ally of my choice with a melee weapon. So I will choose. Well, Fless, are you choosing? You don't usually use it. Are you using a melee?
I am right now because I'm
Sweet.
right up
Then
here.
I shall do that for Flessa. Hope for a good roll. Awesome. 15 plus. I got 24.
All right, you Viper Strike that skeleton.
And I do 5 plus 4, 9 points of damage.
Okay. Noted. Anything else, Acrid?
No.
All right, Flessa, you're up next, followed by newbie Arjun.
I have this fancy new armor that I've never gotten a chance to use yet. So
Is this some kind of chest-killing armor?
It's not. But I really want combat advantage, and I currently don't have it from where I'm standing. So I'm going to use the daily power of my serpent skin leather armor for the first time, which allows me to shift 3 squares, and that includes moving through enemy spaces.
Nice.
Oh, very sneaky.
Yep. So I am going to scooch
Flanking.
over to here and stabricate the one that Kel had already attacked with a... I guess I'll just use another...
Oh, you're flanking
do
both of
dazing
them there
strike.
too. Nice.
Yeah, so let's see if I can daze this this walking skeleton. 30 versus AC.
That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, okay. So that is 10 plus 12 18 points of damage.
Oh gosh. Okay. That skeleton
Yep.
is still there, but it is in trouble.
And I still have a minor action left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, and also since I hit it, it is dazed
Dazed.
until the end of my next turn.
All right, let me put a little daze token on it.
And I'm gonna also do a low slash at it because that's a minor action
Yep.
that I can do. So that's not as good. That is 20 versus reflex.
That'll do it.
Yay!
This guy lives in a box. He's not very reflexive.
So that's a mere 7 points of damage.
All right. That
And,
skeleton is teetering.
Yeah, let's see. I can slide the target 1 square, but there's not really anywhere to slide it to.
You could slide it between Kel and Acrid if you wanted, but I don't know if that helps you.
I don't know.
know.
Is Arjun carrying ranged weapons or
No.
like a sword?
He is unsheathing a broadsword from his back.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna slide him over.
I'm gonna move up, and in fact, I was gonna ask. I don't suppose there's any way you can end
Okay.
up the 1 square down, but if not, that's fine. The combat advantage really helps me too, so I can get that dazed guy. But it sounds like he is pretty much close to dead.
I see. All right. Oh, I suppose I knew that Arjun was a rogue. We would already establish that. So I would
Roguish.
roguish. Well, Flessa assumes you're just a regular old rogue because she doesn't know any better.
He's
so
more of a rapscallion.
So I would leave I would leave that space open for
Okay.
that reason. But it turns out that if you hit while you're flanking a target, apparently this deals 2 more damage. I've never done that before. I've never actually been flanking with this one. So yeah, 2 more damage.
Okay. You're all set, Flessa?
I am all set.
Arjun, you are up.
Arjun will slide up here, and he will unsheath his big broadsword, and he will attempt to vengeance strike the dazed target.
Okay.
It's currently granting combat advantage, correct?
Yep.
Plus, good news. I'm bloodied and I'm a dragonborn because you made me. No, wait, I'm not bloodied. That's right. You made me steal 3/4, not half. All right.
Oh yeah, did we get hurt by the rocks that fell?
Oh yeah.
1 surge.
You should learn at least a surge. Either just take a surge out of your total surges or a surge worth of hit points.
Okay, I'll just take away surge.
All right. So I got a 29 on my attack roll.
That'll probably do it. Can you? How much damage will you unnecessarily? How much
I'm
damage
going
will
to
you
do
do
some
to
unnecessary damage here because
this lingering skeleton? Who?
Is there really such a thing as unnecessary damage?
Well, we'll see how many digits it has.
I do a power bonus to the damage roll equal to twice the number of enemies adjacent to you. So that is 2. So that's +4.
That seems unnecessary.
That guy's granting me combat advantage. I do an additional +4 to someone granting me combat advantage.
These all stack?
Yep, it's good times.
Dan, is this a garbage character that you've made and brought to my game?
100%.
Oh.
Let's see.
This is that sword mage all over again.
9, 13. That was 21 damage.
All right, that was roughly twice what you needed.
Overkill is my middle name.
Is it? That's really like 2
Nah,
names.
I gave myself a nickname. It's awkward.
People
You
tell
have
me
slain-
that's my middle name too.
We're related.
Skeleton. Arjun, do you need to do anything else on your turn?
I I could try Dragon Breath in that guy. Let me see. I'm learning about my
Your dragon
character here
heritage.
as we go.
Maybe we're cousins.
I can see. I do have a couple minors. Hold on to that. I will use. Sure. I'll use a minor action, Shroud of Shadow. I gain partial
Ooh.
concealment until the end of my next turn, and I get 5 temporary hit points.
I bet that looks weird too.
Yeah, you sort of see him like because he's already got all the black scales, but it's almost as though he like gets a little kind of misty, and it's kind of hard to focus on him. Your eyes kind of dart right past him.
Mhm.
He's kind of shady.
Like the end of Endgame. You get all, yeah. Oh. All right, Alestrin.
Yes.
There's one skeleton in front of you who is your quarry.
Mhm.
There's also a box that never did anything bad to anyone.
I disagree.
It burped skeletons.
Does
Yeah,
it
it's
appear
not
to
good.
be made of
That's
wood?
a lot of indigestion.
The box does appear to be made out of wood.
All right, so I'm going to knock up 2 arrows because I really
Is
don't
one
want
of
it to
them
burp
some
up
kind
another
of termite
skeleton.
arrow or something?
One of them's going to be a firestorm arrow.
You know
And-
what? It says here the box takes extra damage from fire damage, so
Good.
it's vulnerable 5 fire.
Well, excellent. So maybe they'll both be fire damage. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I just at least want one of them to be. So I'm going to take
How many
2
of those
shots.
arrows do you have left that you bought from Snick and Snack?
About 50, I think.
God damn it.
No, it's 27. 27.
Okay.
They're rapidly dwindling. If it makes you feel
That's
any
good.
better.
That's good. So
All right.
that's right, listeners. If you want to find out how Steve got those arrows, you can sign up for the member special, which is just me and Steve haggling over prices.
It's totally worth it.
No, I
That
got
first
to
one-
be excited about snaky armor, so
Yeah.
there's a little more.
That first arrow is a 29 versus AC.
That'll hit. Was that on the skeleton or on the box?
It's both of these are going for the box.
Oh, okay. So that will hit.
And that will do, let's see, I believe it's 6 for the flame arrows. It is. Okay, so. Oh, double ones.
Oh.
But I also get 1 for the +1 on the arrow. So that is 3.
3 total.
3
Yeah.
flaming damage or
Well, there's also the flaming damage is
Oh.
So
included in
they're
that.
yeah, so
Oh.
they're vulnerable. It's vulnerable 5, so it becomes 8 damage total. So that was arrow 1.
Yep. And I guess I'm shooting another flame arrow then.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also a 29.
That's surprisingly, it also hits.
Excellent. That's much better. That is 23 damage.
Oh gosh,
I'm sorry, 24 damage because I get the +1 for the arrow.
how did you go from doing 3 damage to 24 damage?
I got a
Math.
1 and a 1, and then I got a 10 and a 6.
All right, that'll do it. Alestrin,
Oh, wait, and he takes 3 more damage because both of them hit. It's a 2-fang strike.
So the box is consumed by fire.
Good.
It looks very strange as the box is just kind of start to incinerate, and the box is like burning away, and you see it like a strange sight of just like a cluster of skeletons kind of writhing and dancing in agony inside the flaming box.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
And it burns away very quickly.
I want one of these
and-
for my dorm room.
And then suddenly there's just kind of a clinking noise as a little metal key hits the floor.
Nice.
Why would you keep a key in there?
I
Terrible
wouldn't.
idea.
Lester, do you want to do anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think you're good.
That was good.
The box would go next, except the box is dead. There's one skeleton left who this is just kind of sad for him now. So he has been marked as a quarry, but he hasn't been marked by anybody else. I guess he's gonna turn around and attack Lessa.
Now, does that mean does that make it a shift when he
No.
turns around?
He's pivoting. So,
Oh,
but I rolled very low, 13 versus AC, Lessa.
That does not hit.
All right. Let's see if you can kill the skeleton before the skeleton gets to go again. Kel, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my dagger again,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a 20 piercing.
Yes. The skeleton's AC is 18. So roll me
Okay.
damage.
Since there's other characters close, can I use a sneak damage on that?
You would need to be flanking. So in
Okay.
4th edition, somebody would have to be like opposite you.
Okay.
So like Acrid and Flessa are flanking, but nobody is flanking on the other side. With
Okay,
you.
got it.
So unfortunately, not in this situation.
By the way, listeners, yes, I've realized I forgot to add my bonus damage to that first arrow, hence it shouldn't have been a 3.
That makes sense. It seemed,
Don't
it
at
just
me.
seemed wild that you went from 3 to.
Steve,
Yeah, it
I'm
should have been a
adding you
10.
right now.
I get to give 10 points of damage, though.
All right, that's bad for the skeleton. Acrid, you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to use Viper's Strike again.
Mm-hmm.
And 20 double damage. That makes a... I do 15 points of damage.
All right, the skeleton
And
is
If he
severely in a bad
shifts
situation.
again,
Okay,
I'll
I
have
don't think he's
Flessa
going to get a
be-
turn. So, speaking of Flessa, you're there. There is a skeleton kind of teetering. It's only got like one leg still kind of on the ground. It just looks.
Hi,
know.
skeleton.
It kind of looks at you, and its teeth kind of just chatter.
I'm gonna stab it a lot.
That sounds like you. Yep.
Yep. With another sly flourish, which is 24 versus AC.
That's on. Yep. Can you do 6
So-
damage to the skeleton?
Yeah, without even rolling my sneak attack.
Okay. You have vanquished the skeleton. You are out of combat. You have defeated 2 skeletons and a box that seems to just generate skeletons. That's unsettling.
I'm gonna go look for the key.
Okay, you run forward, unsupervised, and pick up a small little iron key off the ground from the.
It's not shiny. It's not like gold or something.
No, it's super boring.
That's all right.
I
You
turn
can
around
use
and I
that.
hold it out. I found a key. I don't want it. It doesn't. It's not shiny.
I go over and take it quickly.
Arjun pats Lestrin
I'll take that.
on the back as he walks past and says, "Nice job with that box.
Thanks.
You really showed it who's boss."
Speaking of bosses, I think we should keep moving because I don't know where my bosses are, and I feel scared.
Let me tell you, kid, bosses are overrated.
What does that mean?
It means they just make you do a lot of work, and then they throw you in a dungeon where you have to fight boxes that spawn skeletons. It's a terrible job.
Rizwin and Melik have never
Oh.
put me in a dungeon. Well, actually, come to think of it, they've brought me to lots
Yes,
of dungeons.
repeatedly, consistently.
Did you two end up running afoul of somebody and getting
Just
locked up?
No, not so much the locked up, just having to go into dungeons because rogue bosses are like, oh, dungeons, there's lots of treasure there.
Oh.
Who would choose to come to this dungeon?
It's awful.
I did.
What is wrong with you people?
All right, I'm
Try
taking a
to
look
get
at the not so
All my
great
friends
back
were
here in
coming.
this south wall.
So there's an old ancient iron grate built into the wall. It looks like the area beyond has kind of you can see through it because it's a grate. It's great. It looks like there's kind of a series of caves beyond. So this is kind of strange in that you were like in a dungeon that felt like, in a chamber that felt like just a room out of Undermountain, but then it seems to connect to more caves, which is not what you're used to in Undermountain. You're used to smooth, polished corridors, perfectly built for accommodating a gelatinous cube or a platoon of ding dongs. And this is caves.
So how far can we see with a torch to the other side of this?
You can see the some kind of rough-hewn caves, cave tunnels
Artisanal?
leading south.
I don't suppose there's a keyhole in this grate here.
There's totally a keyhole in the grate.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
It's not for that key, though.
Before we open this thing up, is there anything interesting poking up out of the rubble around the room?
It looks like probably there's some stuff that has fallen down from above. It looks like at one point there were probably some very nice pillars holding up the ceiling of this chamber, and they are
Doric
not
or
pillars
Ionic?
anymore. Roll perception.
Corinthian.
Ooh.
Doric.
I remember about one architecture class.
Dan Morin's the biggest Doric I know.
Well, that's Ionic.
Oh.
All right, let's get out of here.
They're it's hard to tell. They're basically just rubble at this point.
Do I see anything?
So,
out of
yeah.
15 perception check. I assume nothing else out.
Nope, nothing too exciting.
All right. I say we
right.
go through this door because this room is not getting any better.
Try the key on the lock.
The key opens the lock. It's a very simple lock. You feel like probably if you had a rogue in your party, you could have also picked the lock and not dealt with this box at all.
Can we go check it out, please?
Someone was going to have to deal with the box one way or the other.
I can sneak ahead and look if you want. I
All right.
really want to get out of here.
Yeah,
All right.
feel free to take a look ahead. Although
I will sneak ahead.
it's a little hard to sneak with a torch, but you know.
This is Flessa. I'm sneaking with a torch.
Roll stealth, Flessa.
Sure. Why not? Oh God, that's terrible. Well, I am carrying a torch. I would like to remind everybody that I am carrying a torch.
Mm-hmm.
So my stealth is only 14.
14. And you are like doing shadow puppets in front of the torch as you go.
Yes.
She knows we can see her, right?
Humming to herself.
I'm doing shadow
I really
puppets of
think
a-
she's not that bright.
But I have a
But
torch.
she has a torch.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm sneaking. I'm creeping forward. We don't have to call it sneaking.
All right. So you're creeping forward. The cavern tunnel here kind of twists and turns as you peek around corners, and it leads generally south before it opens up into a larger chamber, and you can hear the sound of. It kind of sounds like running water.
Neat.
What's it running from?
You gonna report back, or should we just follow?
I'm not going to go any farther than this. So
I
if
shall.
they don't,
I shall follow.
I'm
yeah,
definitely
like
not
if they don't
waiting
show up behind me
around.
pretty quick, I'd go back. But
All right.
Okay. You're peering around, and several people stumble into you
Hello.
from behind.
I'm pretty sure they can see me.
All right.
There's water.
The torchlight you can see and just probably barely make out in the dim light. It looks like a kind of a natural cavern beyond. There's like a waterfall coming from somewhere high up that's filling this kind of pool/stream of water that's kind of feeding down into various caverns here. Looks like there's some logs floating in the water. It looks like you could explore to the southwest, or you could head east if you wanted to navigate across this kind of underground stream.
I think we should stay on this side of the room because we need to find our friends.
Also, I don't like water. It's not my favorite thing.
Does it look like it's drinkable? I'm feeling really like I feel like something hit my stomach, like a rock hit my stomach or something. I need something to drink.
Kel, do you want to go up to the water and check?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Why don't you roll medicine check on that water? You've got a medicine score.
Or
You can only-
or heal, as we might call
It's
it.
heal.
Oh, is it not?
Stupid,
Uh-huh.
stupid
I
addition.
got 17.
You sniff the water and you kind of look at it and you swish it around in your hand a little bit. It does not look great. It does occur to you that you are on a floor that is beneath Undermountain, which is beneath the sewers, which is beneath Waterdeep. So there's not a lot of like mountain streams feeding into here, is what I'm saying.
But nothing is beneath me.
There are several layers of Undermountain beneath you.
I sadly
So-
let the water fall, and I don't.
I am the Undermountainer.
That's
Referencing knowledge.
Thank you.
See, a terrible professional wrestler.
Ugh.
So what's to the southwest?
Do you want to poke around to the southwest,
Yeah.
Olestrin?
Sure. Excuse me.
All right.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
There's kind of a little side passage over here, and there's a big. It looks like it's kind of a dead end. There's a huge cluster of mushrooms in the middle of it.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, mushrooms.
Well, that's kind of my deal. I'm a ranger, you know. So I'd like to check those out with a nature check.
Okay.
That is a 19.
They are relatively harmless, edible mushrooms with mustard.
Now we're talking.
They'd be
Yeah.
they'd be really good with some mustard.
Yeah, they are what we call golden delicious.
You say relatively harmous.
Relatively harmless.
Oh,
I'm not fond
these-
of anybody here.
Not even me.
No, you're all right.
Alestian, you know that they would be safe to eat, though probably they don't taste great. But they would not be poisonous. They do not have psychotropic effects.
Any restorative powers I might know about?
Nor do they have any medicinal powers, nor are they explosive. Why would I mention that?
Just a pile of mushrooms in the middle of the room for no reason.
Cave mushrooms in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
You want to touch them?
It's a wall behind them.
Do I?
I back away.
What? I mean, if we get hungry.
What's wrong with the mushrooms?
There's something unnerving about those mushrooms. The fact that they're there in a room by themselves is the
It's
first
a
thing.
cave. This is their natural habitat. You're the one that's out of place here.
Yeah, well, I don't hear them complaining.
You're out of place.
So what's on the other side of the river?
It's hard to say. It looks like there's a passageway off to the west.
To the west?
Sorry.
East.
You can think of it as the opposite west.
East.
The east.
East, west.
other
What's
west.
the difference?
Yes.
How far across? So it's what, like 10 feet of water?
How deep is the water? Is what?
I was trying to
Or
get
how
across.
far?
Is it like 10 feet to get to this side, probably?
Yeah, you could theoretically try and jump across the stream.
Is it
Now that
rushing
everyone's
very
out of the room, I
fast?
shoot at the mushrooms.
There's some spores that get kicked up by your arrow.
That was a crit.
All right.
That was a
there's
good
lot
use of my crit.
There's a lot of spores kicked up by your arrow.
Achoo. Achoo.
Yeah.
I've got hay fever. This is
I am suddenly very itchy.
Totally worth it. All right.
I can throw, you can catch. Go ahead. Arjun jump.
I can make an attempt to jump across. I don't remember what the jumping rules are for 4th edition, except that they're super
They're on page
complicated.
182. I can tell you that.
And I realized, I was like, oh, I brought my player's handbook over. I realized I brought my 5th edition player's handbook. Whoops.
I have the right one.
Yeah.
So allow me to flip to page 182.
Can we get rope involved in some way?
All of your rope was lost to the cave.
No,
I
it
have
was
my
not.
rope.
No, it was not. You have rope. If you can apply rope to this situation,
do not-
I can't stop you.
This is one of those rare
literally can't
situations where rope would actually be useful.
I can knit a rope bridge. It'll only take me 2 days.
All right, if you
Roll
have
knitting.
at least 2 squares of movement before you jump,
Which you totally would.
which we totally would. Okay, so let's see. This is high. Oh, it's not really a high jump though, is
There's
it?
a long jump.
The long jump.
There we go. Okay, so it's an make an athletics check. Divide your result by 10. No rounding, and that's the number of squares that you can leap across.
Okay, so,
So you would need to get higher than 20 if you wanted to leap from one side.
I
of
got
the
a
stream to the
29.
other. So Arjun takes a running jump and
Oh
throws
yeah, and
his
actually,
draggedy
sorry, with
body across the.
And
and with the running jump, it's divided by 5, not by 10.
Cool. I make it with room to spare.
I will reveal a little bit more of the map to show
Yeah,
you
why
what
don't
you've got
let's
going
go
on.
over
over
here.
there.
Did we detect how deep-ish this looks?
No one has bothered to ask me that.
How deepish does this look?
How deep is your love?
Yeah. The water
It's pretty
is
deep.
filthy. See my earlier comments about sewers.
Yeah.
So it is unclear how deep it is because this is not crystal
Unclear.
clear mountain water.
Does someone
This
have a
is-
stick?
I
yeah,
got an
this is-
arrow. I poke around with an arrow.
It seems to be deeper than one arrow.
I stack some arrows.
Is that a thing you
Use
can do?
your
Do you have
rope.
arrows?
Yeah, I use
that
my
link
rope
together?
to fasten several arrows together into a long
Like Legos?
arrow stick.
It's got rope.
Doesn't somebody have like a stick, like a walking stick? Or
Look,
a pole
don't.
or something?
I tie my
I am
rope
not
to a
sticking my
rock and
long
I
sword in
lower
there.
it to the bottom of the stream.
All right. It is a stream, so it seems to vary, but it does seem to be several feet, probably. Even just right by the edge, Alestian. It seems like it's a good 5 feet deep.
And it's moving pretty quickly.
It's moving steadily. It's not like a rushing river, but it's a stream. It's moving.
I'm just going to walk
It's-
across.
The water?
Yeah. Into the water and across.
All right. How tall are you?
About 13 feet tall.
The biggest elf I've ever seen.
I just need to really know how high is your head above water?
Probably if it's
Are
only
you
5 feet
swimming?
deep.
I
I
asked
don't
him, take this rope just in case.
Okay.
So I'm
Just in
holding a
case.
piece of rope now.
Yes, hold the rope.
All
now,
right.
now walk across.
Alestian, you get about halfway across,
Yeah.
when something rises up out of the water in front of your face. So,
Oh.
Oh boy.
Is it from the
remember when-
sewers?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Remember when I
Does it
mentioned?
look like a mushroom?
No, it does not. It looks like a very aggressive log, which you could also
It could be
think
from the
of-
sewers.
Yeah. You suddenly realize that this lake that you've been arguing about is infested with crocodiles.
Oh, the
Oh,
stories
neat.
are
I hate
true about the
crocodiles.
sewers.
Yes.
I hit it with my rope.
All right. That will be your turn.
No, I don't hit it with my rope.
Has it
That would be
been
dumb.
more than 5 minutes since our last fight?
No.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, choices were made.
All right. Good to know.
Take it away.
Sorry. I just had to think about who all you people are sometimes.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
this is a choice you've made. Unfortunately, this underground lake, fed by the sewers of Waterdeep itself, is teeming with crocodiles. Crocodiles that are very hungry for you. Will you survive this horrible reptilian encounter? Tune in next time to find out. Idiots.
Hungry crocodiles.
Who could have foreseen that there would be something in there?
Who could have foreseen it?
Nobody, because the water was murky.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was murky.